I'm doing so well, thank you.
Just busy getting ready for Winter Jam.
Just getting ready for Winter Jam. That sounds so crazy. Oh, my goodness.
What are the weeks leading up to Winter Jam like for you? Because, like, you're not just getting ready for Winter Jam, you're also getting ready for Christmas at the same time. I mean,
yeah.
Is it stressful right now? It's got to be stressful right now. I feel like it would be.
Actually, and I credit this to an amazing team and an amazing family.
Right.
I'm pretty low stress.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that one of the best parts about Winter Jam is normally, I think when people get to go on Winter Jam, they're at a point where, you know, they've done shows before, and there's this feeling of relaxation, and more so than anything, just excitement to get to do something like Winter Jam.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to, I think, 7 of them in the last 9 years, I think, and
wow.
I know I'm a vet at this point, and it's the most exhausting show of the year sometimes, but it's just so much fun to go to, man. I mean, there's something for I always say, like, if you don't like one type of music, just wait like 15 minutes on Winter Jam and you'll get something that you like. I mean, it's just there's so much to digest on this tour, but I mean, you're on the pre-jam this year, which there's so many artists that are big right now that started on the pre-jam part, like for King and Country, Sidewalk Prophets. I mean, the pre-jam is no joke because you have to get like 20,000 people ready to go before everything else gets started. I mean, what is that like preparing for you for that?
I think it's honestly, again, this is like the great part of getting to design a set and get people excited for the music that they're going to hear, you know, starting with pre-jam. So we're really going to start it off with a bang and get everybody ready to go. But now's the fun part. I mean, just getting together with my band and figuring out how we want to get them ready to go. Right.
And with Winter Jam, like the production is so big with this. I mean, even on the pre-jam, do you have like, are you able to be like, you know what? I kind of want to do this and kind of have the opportunity to do like some stage things, some production things that maybe you wouldn't be able to do on a regular tour because of the size of Winter Jam. Does that happen at all?
Absolutely. I mean, being in an arena changes so many things anyway. So just getting to play with the different elements that being in an arena gives you is super exciting.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's
That's
going to be amazing.
And you got the self-titled. It's been out for like just under a year and a half now. I think came out in August of last year. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for a new artist, an emerging artist, for some of these songs to do as well as they have been right off the bat, and to kind of have the success that you've had with it. Was that kind of a surreal feeling for you, especially when Broken Prayers charted and started to do as well as it did? I mean, it's just your debut, and it's doing well.
It was seeing Broken Prayers being the first song I put out, seeing it move around and seeing people consume it was amazing. And then I guess the truly surreal, amazing moment has been putting out Fighting for Me and just seeing, you know, playing shows where people are singing along and knowing the song and getting to play it at the Dove Awards and watching it go top 5.
Yeah.
Like just unreal things that have just really, really blown my mind.
The music video for Fighting for Me is amazing.
Thank you.
It's so simple, but yet so powerful at the same time. I literally just watched it too again. Like that's what I was like. I got to watch this again. You bet. There's so much meaning inside that video, and I feel like it shows that you don't have to do anything super over the top and super elaborate to get the point of the song across. Whose idea was that video? Because with the dancer, you on the piano, and I mean, where did that come from?
So my incredible team at Capital CMG, who I've been able to work with for 3 years now, they are incredible. I remember my creative director, Matt Reed, came to me And he had this idea because he knew that I wanted it to be something simple, especially for the piano version. The song was written in that kind of posture. So it was written at a piano, you know, with nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just writing a song. So we wanted to bring that element in and bring some visual representation through the dancing and through the setting. But Capitol's creative team is amazing, and they've been really fun to collaborate with.
And you've been with them pretty much your whole adult life, it seems like. Basically, you said 3 years. I mean, that you've basically grown up as an artist with them. How important is that relationship, and to have that kind of a connection? Because you see a lot of artists, you know, you've got an interesting situation. So many artists come on with a major label, you know, after they've been, you know, years and years or decades of doing this, and then but for you, you know, since you were 17, 18, 19, been with this team, I mean, it adds a little bit of trust and on both sides to it, I would think. Oh,
for sure. I mean, getting to work with a powerhouse like Capitol has been a massive blessing, and I think that having a team that cares about your heart and cares about your vision has made all of the difference. So, I mean, getting to grow with them and step into, you know, some pivotal years of my life has been really exciting. There's been a lot of growth. I mean, and I think that's the best part, is getting to show that growth through music. Yeah, and with this record, I mean, I feel like, you know, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. You really take us on a journey of what was going on in your heart, your emotions, and your soul, and your faith throughout every single... It's not back-to-back songs sound exactly the same. You've got Hold On, which is a very... You have to smile listening to that song, and then you know, but then you've got I'll Stay, and then you've got Broke, and then you got Fighting for Me, and then Broke. I mean, it's seriously an emotional, spiritual journey that we go on with you throughout this record. You bet. How putting that together, was it a thought out process on placement for how these songs fell, for how it was going to end up, or did it just kind of like happy surprise that worked out? No, 100%. There was a lot of intention in laying out how we wanted the storyline of the album to go. Because when I was writing the album, it was all based on life experience. So it was all based on changes that I was going through, whether it was in my faith or in relationships or with personal highs and lows. You know, I put all of that into the music, and I wanted to make sure that the album was not just about one thing. I wanted it to touch the scope of life, because at the end of the day, you know, it's a goal to invite God into every single part of everything. So as long as I'm inviting God into every part of my life, I want every single aspect to show up through the music, you know? So we definitely wanted to tell a bigger story.
That's awesome. Yeah, you pulled it off so
Thank
well.
You.
I mean, it's definitely an emotional experience, almost like we feel what you felt, and a lot of it's your vocals. Your voice is so strong on these songs, and I'm Spotifying that up like crazy for a while, that's for sure. So
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Definitely. And back to Winter Jam, I talked to Eddie yesterday from New Song, and he said that there's some pretty cool special plans for you throughout the show, throughout the tour, for what you're going to be doing. On these shows, you'll be performing, but you're also going to be doing a couple of other things here and there throughout the show. I mean,
I am.
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh, I mean, you're going to see me pop up throughout the show with some artists that you know and love, and I can't give anything away yet, but I can promise that you'll see me throughout the night, and it's going to be so much fun, full of surprises.
That's awesome.
Full of cool moments, so you have to be there. You can't miss that.
Well, I mean, anybody who misses the pre-jam, like we said earlier, I mean, you're missing an opportunity to see some artists that you never know where they're going to go, how big they're going to get. I mean, I remember watching For King and Country in 2012, and nobody knew who they were. And then here we are just 6-7 years later, and they're like the biggest band in not just music, You know,
music, yeah.
You know, I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of the line between Christian music and secular mainstream has really been blurred the last few years. There's a lot more crossover lately than there has been. I mean, being in the Christian industry, how fun is that to watch and honestly be a part of? Because it's really, that's what we're called to be as Christians, is to go into the world, to go into the mainstream music world as Christians with the message that you guys have is a really cool opportunity.
Yeah, I think that, you know, at the end of the day, people need hope and people need love. And, you know, I believe that comes from God. And I hope that my music always communicates that. And I think that that's the exciting part, is getting to watch people continue to yearn for hope and love, and to see people from the Christian music community sharing that. And I think that it speaks highly, you know, and I think that it's a very powerful thing to get to watch that happen. So I'm excited to see how it continues to expand.
Yeah, definitely. It is super cool to see, because for a long time, I'm a big Christian rock guy, so for years I've been wanting to see that go mainstream, and it really has with a lot of artists. And then to see Lauren Daigle last year or this year hit as big as she did, it is so cool to see a lot of these artists, yourself included, that deserve for a huge, wide audience, to hear these songs finally get that opportunity. And to hear these songs of yours in an arena is going to be awesome.
It is
God.
It is so surreal, and I'm so excited.
Oh, it's going to be good. And you guys are starting, I told Eddie yesterday, you guys routed it right. You're starting in Florida in the dead of winter, so it's perfect. And it's perfect, and you're getting up north when it starts to get nice out. Except for Indy. Here in Indianapolis, you're coming January 10th, and I'm so sorry for that, because it's going to be awful.
I love the cold weather.
You're in luck. This is your tour then.
Yes.
It's perfect.
I know. I'm so excited. Touring during the winter is going to be so much fun.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll love it in Indy. It's freezing, so it's like 30 degrees right now. It's great. So,
cannot wait. I'm
looking forward to it. January 10th, you hit Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Shortly after that, you'll come back up to Indiana, hit Fort Wayne, I believe, at the Allen County Memorial. It's going to be awesome. We will be at one of the dates. I don't know which one. Maybe we'll hit both. Who knows? It's Winter Jam. I mean, you got Crowder, Andy, Hillsong. I'm excited for Hillsong. I've never seen Hillsong. It's young and free, but it's still Hillsong. So many really awesome artists. Who are you excited to be out with?
I'm super excited to be out with Crowder. He's a favorite of mine.
Nice.
I'm excited to watch him and learn. You know, side stage you can learn a lot. So I'm super excited.
And with his history, especially with Praise and Worship with David Crowder Band before Crowder, I mean, talk about a veteran that knows everything there is to know. I mean, that's like the quintessential artist to be out with on a Winter Jam, because he knows everything. I mean, he just looks like he's a smart guy. Like, he just looks like he's cool, you know.
He's kind and wonderful and amazing, and it's going to be an honor to be out with him. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm so excited for you. This is going to be good. I will be there for the pre-jam. I will be checking it out. I'll be down there taking photos of the show. Cannot wait. It's going to be awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Oh, thank you. This has been awesome. January 10th, Bankers Life Fieldhouse, Fort Wayne, shortly after. Check out Winter Jam. It's coming. Riley, you are coming. It's going to be awesome. Cannot wait. Thank you so much for taking time today.
Of course. Thank you.